What is magical people, Manny the Mage here, and today we're back with another Monster Battle Arena video. And if you're new here and unfamiliar, this is a little series I do where I pit different groups of mobs against each other to see which ones will come out on top. And today, as the title of the video implies, we're going to be pairing an army of deathskitos against other sets of mobs for the sake of education and entertainment. So if you guys are ready to see different mobs get absolutely torn to shreds by the deathskitos, stay tuned and I'll catch you soon. So here we are in the first match for today's video. We have a poor unsuspecting troll, and against him we're going to go ahead and spawn in just one deathskito, because I feel like against a regular troll, one deathskito is perfectly fine and we'll take him out relatively quickly. So let's go ahead and get this initiated here. Looks like the troll locks onto the deathskito. Deathskito engages. Oh wow, it makes sense the troll can just crush the deathskito. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, stop that. And there goes my chest. Nice, thanks bro. Alright, so we're back at it here with our troll. And now we're going to go ahead and spawn in 3 deathskitos this time. So there is 3. Looks like 1 flies off, but now they're all aggroed. Okay, so they were able to stun the troll before he actually got his hit off. Looks like that saved one of the deathskitos. But it looks like now they just need 1 more attack to finish the job here. And just like that, the troll is taken care of with 3 deathskitos. So while these deathskitos are out, let me actually try something different here too. I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in 5 2-star Greydwarfs and just see how that goes here. So it actually looks like the 2-star Greydwarfs hold some type of chance against the regular deathskitos. Let's see if this one can lock in and maybe get some more attacks in. This is actually a really fascinating turn of events. I didn't think they would hold their own so well against the deathskito. So I might just have to make an entire fight with this group here, but let's see. So it looks like this deathskito is able to bob and weave pretty effectively. Alright, so that's 1 Greydwarf down. We have 2 more to go. Well, I guess that would mean 3 Greydwarfs down if we spawned in 5. So it does take a couple hits for the 2-star Greydwarf, but the deathskito is still melting right through them. Oh yeah, just like that. Alright, let's go ahead and clean up and reset real quick. And now, just for the sake of carnage, and because I hate my computer apparently, I went ahead and spawned in 50 2-star Greydwarfs. And then to compete against them, we're going to spawn in 25 deathskitos. So here I thought 25 would actually be a chance, so we might just have to up the ante. I don't know how many Greydwarfs died, but we're going to go ahead and spawn in just a disgusting amount of deathskitos. Here we have 100 deathskitos, so let's go ahead and just watch this carnage unfold here. Alright, I didn't think I would have to pull out 100 deathskitos so early, but that is interesting to keep in mind. I think the deathskitos actually do not have much health, all things considered. They just do a lot of damage, so they're a little bit of a glass cannon there. But with that determined, we're going to go ahead and clean up and reset here. Alright, so going forward, we're probably going to do more of a biome-based setup. So we have 5 blobs, 5 surtlings, 5 skeletons, and 5 draugrs. And also, I read online somewhere some people think that the surtlings fight the other swamp mobs. This is just not true. You can see they're just hanging out here. So I don't know where that sort of came from. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and spawn in an equivalent amount of regular deathskitos, which would be 20 deathskitos. Wow, so that was barely even competition for those deathskitos. That is kind of crazy to see. I figured maybe these surtlings, once they started aggroing and throwing fireballs, it might change. But it looks like not. But with that battle set and done, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one for today's video. So here now we have a single Abomination. And against the single Abomination, we're going to spawn in 10 1-star deathskitos. Let's see if they can kind of spread out enough and not all get hit by the same attack there. This might be an interesting battle to see, so let's go ahead and take a peek. Alright, so here we have spawned in now a 2-star Abomination. And against him, we're just gonna go crazy. We're gonna go stupid. So now we've got in 101 star, and it is kind of crazy to see them all clustered like that. It kind of makes me itch a little bit, but we're gonna go ahead and unpause and see how this fight commences. Oh, they're lifting him. They're lifting him. Wow. Wow. It looks like it should be a quick fight. Yeah, just like that. That's how I figured it would go. But that last one was just for fun and not, not a real test here, so to speak. It is a little crazy looking, and this does make me uncomfortable, not gonna lie. So let's just go ahead, clean up, and reset real quick. Alright, so here I have spawned in what I would call the ground team for the mountains here, excluding the stone golems. I am going to do a separate battle for the stone golems particularly. And then we'll also do a different battle specifically for the flying enemies of the mountain too. But with that, it includes 10 ulves, 10 wolves, 10 fenrings, and 10 fenring cultists. So I'm going to go ahead and spawn in an equivalent amount of deathskitos and get this battle started here. So now we've got in 40 deathskitos, and let's see how this goes. Wow, so it does look like some of the deathskitos got melted by the cultist fire here. There's only a few deathskitos left, but let's see if that is enough to take care of the bunch here. And that actually looks like with the cultist fire in combination with the steady attacks from the fenrings. Oh, and there's one wolf, or 2 wolves. Oh, and the wolves didn't even activate. They were asleep the whole time. But it looked like that didn't even really matter anyway. There's obviously way too many mountain mobs left here, so let's go ahead and clean up, and we'll get on to the next battle for today's video here. So here now I have spawned in about 20 drakes and 20 bats. So I'm going to quickly try to spawn in 50 deathskitos before everybody runs away. So let's go ahead and see how this goes. Now this flying match is a little harder to keep track of, but it does appear like there is no more deathskitos here. Oh no, hold on, there's one more. There's one more. Oh, there's actually a few more. Never mind, let's not count them out. It looks like they're starting to wake up and slowly take care of the drakes one by one. So it looks like we have about 4 or 5 deathskitos left, and there goes the final drake. I figured the deathskitos would get taken out pretty quickly by those frost blasts that the drakes do, and there's even some backup from the bats, but it looks like apparently not. We still had a pretty adequate amount of deathskitos to take care of the whole mountain flying group, so I'm going to go ahead, clean up, reset, and we'll get on to the next fight here. Alright, so now here we have about 10 2-star golems. Let me see if I can't wake them all up here. Just go ahead and, tried and true method for waking them up, just punching them. Here we go. Now, I've never actually seen this amount of stone golems in one place in Valheim, thankfully, because that would be absolutely terrible. But it looks like now they are all up and at them, so we're going to go ahead and spawn in our deathskitos. And we're going to do 100 deathskitos. Oh, wow, it wasn't even close. You see, once they get all in range for one, they're in perfect striking distance for all the other ones. So that wasn't even close, anywhere remotely close. So let's get crazy with it. Let's get stupid with it. We're going to do 100 1-star deathskitos. Let's see if they fare a little bit better than the previous group here. No, not at all. Not even remotely. Oh wait, is there still one fighting? Yeah, there's still one. Okay, I think he's got it, guys. You got this, buddy. I believe in you. Well, there he goes. Okay. So now let's get even more stupid on him. That's right, we got 300 2-star deathskitos. Now there's just 2 more stone golems left. That looks about right. Talk about a nightmare scenario here. I'm so thankful only 1 or 2 deathskitos ever really spawn in at once, because any more than like 2 or 3 is an absolute nightmare. But it looks like the deathskitos are finally able to eke out a win here, so we're going to go ahead and reset and get on to the next one. For this next round, we have the bugs versus the bugs. We have about 5 of each of the different insect types in the Mistland, being the seekers, seeker soldiers, seeker broods, and ticks. And against them, we're going to go ahead and spawn in 20 normal deathskitos. Now let's see what happens here. there goes the single deathsquito, looks like. Alright, so that is pretty consistent with what I'd imagine. As we know, the Mistlands mobs are generally stronger. So let's go ahead and reset that and then adjust for the values and see what happens here. Alright, so here we now have the exact same team spawn back in for the Mistlands. We're going to go ahead and spawn in the exact same amount of 2-star deathsquitos now. So it looks like now it's just down to the Seeker soldiers. This could be the longer part of the battle, but it actually looks like somehow there's just 2 deathsquitos left, maybe 1 deathsquito left now. Oh, and just like that, it looks like the deathsquitos are... Oh wait, is there one in the pile there? Yeah, it looks like the deathsquitos are now done. So even the 2-star deathsquitos are not enough for the Mistlands mobs here. Now I did just do the grounded secret enemies for this set, so we're going to go ahead and reset and see how the deathsquitos do against different Mistlands mobs. So here I've went ahead and spawned in 5 2-star Gjalls, and then against them I'm going to go ahead and quickly spawn in 22-star deathsquitos. And I'm interested to see how this is going to go. The Gjalls do have projectiles that they could shoot the deathsquitos with, and they also spawn more ticks. I do think, though, I just see 1 deathsquito left. Is that right? So that happened actually pretty quickly. I'm pretty surprised, just because the Gjalls have pretty bad weakness to pierce damage. So we're going to go ahead and spawn in a high amount of deathsquitos at this point. So we now have 100 2-star deathsquitos. Hopefully that'll do a little bit different. It looks like they are targeting the ticks down here. It looks like that fire blast attack the Gjall does is pretty accurate when it comes to the group of deathsquitos. So I'm wondering if these deathsquitos will be enough to take out everybody here. Oh yeah, so it just looks like 1 more. Alright, now that was actually pretty interesting to see. I was surprised that that first group of Gjalls lasted pretty long, but here we have a bunch of deathsquitos left behind, so it looked like the pierce damage was just a little bit too strong for those guys. So now we're going to go ahead and reset and get on to the final set of matches for today's video. Alright, now here we have spawned in the Verger Quartet. I actually really like the Vergers. If you guys saw my last video, and if you didn't, be sure to check it out. I actually took these guys, tamed them, and pitted them against every single boss that Valheim has. And these guys do have some crazy damage potential, though they are also glass cannons, much like the deathsquitos, insofar as they don't have too much health. So I'm actually really interested to see how they will fare against the deathsquitos. So against them, I'm going to go ahead and spawn in 20 normal deathsquitos. Okay, so it looks like they took out the fire mage right away. That does make sense because the fire mage is a little bit slow in terms of getting his attacks out. But now it looks like there's just 1 deathsquito left against the set. Oh, there's a growth? Well, it looks like that growth is out of the way now. There we go. Alright, now that was actually a surprise. I didn't know that, they would hold up this well against all those deathsquitos. It does look like they took care of at least one of the mages, and the ice mage is about at half health. So that does seem pretty decisive. I am, however, just for the sake of experimentation, going to run that back with some different values here and see what we get. So let's go ahead and clean up and reset. So I did go ahead and spawn in the quartet doubled up with 2 stars here. Now I'm going to go ahead and spawn in 100 2-star deathsquitos. Now let's see how they fare against it this time around. Wow. Wow. And just like that, they just got melted through. That is wild. So 100 deathsquitos at 2 stars is not effective against 8 Vergers here at 2 stars. So I guess, for this final battle, we're gonna get a little crazy. I know I said that before, but I'm trying to destroy my computer. I really want to set this thing on fire. So let's go ahead and spawn in 1,000 2-star deathsquitos. If the video just ends here, you guys know what happened. Oh my lord. Oh no. Whoa. Okay. I can't even really see the action. Let me see if I can't. Oh god, it is on slideshow time. And yeah, that wasn't even, let me go ahead and actually get rid of that. Uh-oh. Woo! Woo! So that wasn't even a competition. And that makes sense. That was 1,000 deathsquitos. And it looked like they just eviscerated the burgers at the end there. But that was just for funsies anyway, so not really a real test, but it was just interesting to see nonetheless. So let me go ahead and clean up, and I'll meet you guys in 1 second. So it looks like we've made it to the end of today's video. If you guys liked it, be sure to hit that like button. If you're new here, you might as well subscribe. Also, let me know in the comment sections down below if you guys have any suggestions for any future videos like this. Your guys' input actually means a lot to me and this channel, so any suggestions here are welcome. Also, if you guys like this video, be sure to check out my other videos in the past that I have done in the similar style to this one. I do have a whole series going on with these Monster Battle Arena videos, as well as even some of the videos where I slay the different bosses in Valheim. We recently did one where I took tamed burgers against each boss in Valheim, so if that sounds interesting to you, be sure to check that out too. But with all of that said, I've been Manny the Mage. I'll catch you guys in the next one.